Derek, the other one that people are talking about too is, just want to ask this because I know I've seen this when exhibition started in the showcase games and now in this actual group play, that some people complaining that Steve Kerr doesn't know how to coach Joel Embiid. What are your thoughts on that?
His job isn't to coach Joel Embiid. His job is to get wins as a Team USA coach. There's so much talent on this squad that he shouldn't be looking to maximize Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's got to find a way to fit in. That's I don't look, and I think this might be tough on Joel in terms of if he's not good in the first like 2 or 3 minutes, he's yanked. And I think Joel Embiid is very much a rhythm basketball player. And besides the fact that he doesn't look physically the same, I think it's probably tough for him to try to get into a rhythm in 2 to 3 minute stints. But it's just not Steve Kerr's job to maximize Joel Embiid. And they've been able to win by 20 plus points pretty much every time. So look, I don't think Steve Kerr's been perfect, but I also don't think it's his job to worry about that so much. If Joel Embiid's not performing, he's got 2 very qualified candidates who can fit the style of play they want.
Also, the reason I really disagree with that statement, the guy who's struggling the most on Team USA is fucking Steph Curry, who he is.
He knows how to,
So he absolutely knows how to use Steph. In fact, helped unlock him in a different way as they changed those lineups and figured out that Draymond Green, Steph Curry combination on a higher level. And I think if you look at what they're running with Joel Embiid, there are too many post-ups for, I think, Joel's liking, if you were to ask him. But also in an environment where you're playing with 4 other all-stars or high-level players at any given time, you're going to post up to draw the double and then create that 4-out system where these guys can just bomb away. But otherwise, you've seen a lot of dribble handoffs and playing through Joel in that way. And that's where he's more comfortable than as a pure like rim running big. They haven't asked him to be Anthony Davis on offense, right? Where he's screening 35 feet from the basket and then sprinting to the rim. They're asking him to be Joel Embiid. It's just that he hasn't been as good as he normally is yet. So I don't put a lot of blame on Steve Kerr. I think if anything, Steve Kerr has been pretty patient with him, as a lot of people have put pressure on Team USA to change their lineups and move him out of the lineup entirely in favor of one of these other bigs. So I feel like there's a big anti-Steve Kerr contingent in general with the Warriors for some reason, despite the fact that he took over and they immediately started winning. And maybe you view that as inevitable with the talent there. But Team USA, by the way, is absolutely cooking right now. It's 16-6. And I've seen at least a few good defensive or rebounding possessions from Joel to start fast breaks the other way. So they are playing well early, and I'm sure the critics will be very quiet as we start this one against Brazil.
And Joel's gotten a lot of the looks that he typically gets in the Sixers uniform. Some he's made, some he hasn't. On the defensive end, he's been okay, but when they stretch him and take him away from the basket on the defensive end and he has to close out on those three-point shooters, I mean, you got guys like Daniel Tice knocking down threes. There's not much he can do because, they can take advantage of it in this style of play, this FIBA basketball overall. So, I mean, look, as you guys said, Steve Kerr is doing his job. He's got to coach the entire group and a lot of personalities, a lot of egos on that team. He has to figure out who has to get time, who has to shorten time, and who fits best with who. He's got a lot of work to do with that team, and Steph Curry is struggling. Joel Embiid struggling as well. Others not.
We all silly like the mayor.